everybody, today, this special day, Ascension Day. So, I'm so thrilled to have a new Heart and Soul Power Talk, and especially because yeah, this person is so amazing, and I've been looking forward to this interview for such a long time. So finally, today is the day. And I remember last year when I went to Egypt, and I was for the first time in the pyramids. And afterwards, we visited the temples, and actually, at my birthday, I went to the Isis temple, and I was so touched by the energy of Isis, and her importance that she played in Egypt. She is seen as the goddess of magic, of abundance, as like with this mother love energy. And so, the person I'm gonna interview today is also like the total embodiment of Isis, and I'm um, so happy that we have her today on this call. And I'm even more happy because it's gonna be an amazing live event on the 26th of May. We're gonna talk about that later, but it's a unique opportunity to be with that because she's coming to Belgium. And so, who am I talking about? So, I met AnnRaNae. She's a high priestess. IsisRa is her official name. A few years ago, and we instantly connected. So she is a high priestess of the goddess Isis. She's also a sacred ceremony facilitator. She's a master aromatherapy alchemist. And yeah, what does that mean? We will talk about that later. She's an incredible healer, an international teacher, speaker. And yeah, she is so much more. And today she's also going to do a live activation for us. And yeah, her activations are always very powerful. So I'm so proud and so honored to have her here today. So welcome, and Renee, is this right? Welcome.
Oh, thank you, Cindy. I'm so happy to be here and to be meeting your tribe. It's a very wonderful and auspicious moment on Jesus' Ascension Day that we gather together.
Yeah, it had to be like that. So it was a feeling so amazing. So Anne Renee, we just kick it in. We just let's start because I have so many questions, and we also have the activation. So for people that don't know you, because we know each other for a while, like what is your gift if you for what I can wake you up in the middle of the night? What drives you?
Well, the sacred really drives me. Like, my love is sacred space, creating a beautiful sacred space, and actually taking people into the sacred because I feel like all of our souls are longing to for the sacred, and we haven't been in a real sacred space, most of us, for embodiment. So I think that my gift is really the ability to help people come into um, a sacred space, to create a sacred space on the outer in the temples that I create in whatever room that they give me, right? We create a temple with the flowers and the altars and the beauty and the fragrance and really the frequency of the Divine Mother. And then through Isis, Goddess Isis, and Magdalene, and Kuan Yin, Mother Mary working through me, we take people into an elevated consciousness or an elevated frequency space where they can really um, feel what it feels like to be in sacred space. And it's such a great time of remembering because through the frequency and the vibration and the beauty of the temple space, we actually do remember an, uh, who we really are as a divine being in a physical body. Mm.
Wow, wow. And I already feel
Yeah.
like my vibration is rising with the words that it just so resonates because that sacred space, what I see is that we, most of the time, most people I know, we are in the rat race, and we don't take
Yeah.
time to really, for me, the sacred space is also about the physical body and connecting to your body. That's
Mm,
well, that's amazing. So
that
I'm just curious because so you talk about that you have this connection with these goddesses. I wonder how how did it happen? So if you look back at your life, like what I'm always interested is like what was a breakthrough moment where you really you really shifted or you changed your life. So could you um, uh, tell us a bit more about some of these?
well, I think the breakthrough moment or the moment that this part of my life was activated was when I was living in Sedona and Tom Kenyon, who is a sound healer, came to Sedona and he was channeling the Hathor beings of ancient Egypt, who are a six-dimensional race who were very active at the time of ancient Egypt, and they're all about vibration. So they were teaching the ancient Egyptians sound healing, color healing, aromatherapy, and healing with love, right? So he was channeling them for the first time in a group, and through sound, that's his specialty. So the Hathors activated us to fulfill our divine plan in that seminar through sound, through Tom. And so that was really the beginning of my outer consciousness awareness of my connection to Isis. Mhm. So then I went to another retreat with Tom, which was in the Royal Tetons, and someone channeled for me and my soul purpose. And she said that I had the ability to create essential oil blends that would activate people to fulfill their divine plans.
Wow.
And at that point, I said, I don't know, because I hadn't worked with the oils. And then the third time I get would be when I actually went to Egypt. I was at the temple of Dendera, which is the temple to the
Yeah.
Hathors, right? And I was standing on the rooftop where they used to dance and do ceremonies and send the vibration out through the land. And I was asking, okay, where do I go to do my prayers separate from the group? And there was a little building down below, and they said, go down to that building. So I went down there, and I just remember as it being pretty small, and it had hieroglyphs inside it, and it was okay, but it wasn't quite it. And then I went to a little doorway, and there was this doorway that opened into a very small hallway. It wasn't even a hallway. There was no door at the other end, but just a small room, narrow on each side,
Yeah.
right? And I did my prayers there, and I knew I was in the right place. And then I went back to the Egyptologist and I said, what's that building? And he said, it's a temple to Isis. And then I go, well, what's that room? And he said, it's where they kept and worked with the oils.
Oh,
So I, so I was aware I had actually blended sacred oils in other lifetimes, but I still hadn't worked with the oils yet. Right? And then I went back to Sedona, and this was, I found Diana James of Sacred Aromatics, and she was teaching this ancient Egyptian way of blending sacred oils, basically channeling them from the higher realms as a custom blend for whoever you're making it for. And it's a very sacred way of blending at the altar, and they become very highly complex blends and highly transformational. So that was really the steps to both my realization of being a high priestess of Isis, my connection to the Hathors, and to the blending of the oils.
wow, wow,
Mhm.
amazing. And yeah, when you
Yeah.
say that, it just that then you are guided when you're on this path, you are
Mhm.
guided, and it's magical. You cannot explain like, oh, somebody says this and then this happened. So you cannot explain that by the normal brain, I would say. So So it's just a matter of
No,
surrendering, right?
it is, and being present, you know, being present to receive the cues, the signals, yeah.
Amazing.
Mm.
And so I'm wondering because so you this is what you do, this is your mission, you're traveling the world, so it's amazing. You're currently where you are currently?
Where am I?
I
I'm in Germany.
in Germany
I'm in
currently,
Germany.
yeah. It goes so fast. So yeah,
It does go
so this is
fast.
also a part of your mission is to travel the world, right? And to do activations.
I call it the Gypsy Wagon Trail because actually, what was happening was when this journey started, was I was blending. I had 19 blends on the market, highly complex. And I was in the United States in Ashland, Oregon, and I was traveling up and down the West Coast to New Age fairs to sell my oils. And I would create a little temple space in my booth, right? And I would be selling my oils, and then what started to happen was is these beautiful priestesses came in, and I would look into their eyes, and I would know that they were a priestess. Um, and I would say, "Wow, there's a priestess," and my guides would say, "Activate her," and I go, "I don't even know what that means," right? At that time, and so I had the sacred oil, so I started doing crown and third eye activations just in my booth with individual people who came in, yeah, because what happens is that I've been a high priestess in the temples of Isis many lifetimes. So when people come in who have been in the temples with me through the eye contact, we're both activated to remember that we had been together. So it is a great remembering just in that sense. So I was doing these activations in my booth, and then Isis said, okay, now it's time to do them as groups. I started to do them, create a temple space and do it as a group. And then at one point it was, okay, now you need to get rid of your apartment and we're going to send you someplace else to do these activations. And that was in 2008. So since then, I have not really had my own space for more than 3 months, and I've been traveling to mostly Europe, but many places in the world to do these activations. And Isis said that she was sending me to find her own, those who had served in the temples of the Divine Mother throughout the ages. So that's really my mission. And often it comes, I call them divine appointments, but they come at very unexpected times. Like just last week, there was a Beltane ceremony here, and the woman that I was living with said she was going to Beltane, and I go, my inner child goes, I want to go to Beltane. So she ended up taking me, and at that Beltane party, this woman comes in, and I go, oh my God, there's a goddess. And we had this amazing connection, and yeah, then I was just at her house for 3 days as she is also working with the Divine Feminine through supporting mothers and supporting Mother Earth. So I love these divine appointments, and really they happen at the most unexpected
Wow.
times.
What I really like when you talk about your stories, indeed, just the trust that there is. Just every time you go from one place to another, it's like a divine timing and divine calling to go to from one place to another, right?
And it takes a huge amount of trust. I was just thinking this sort of as I was making the bed this morning, like, because sometimes I don't even know where I'm going, in the next 2 days. So it really is a journey of trust and knowing that I'm always guided, and that if I just follow the inner knowing, because I don't get it as words. I don't get it as Isis has never really appeared to me in the physical, right? It's just like an inner knowing. So it does take a great deal of trust to do this journey.
Nice, nice. And I'm wondering because there is so much no noise in the outside world, we can get so much distracted. So, how do you keep your vibration high with everything that is taking place?
Right. Well, I think we all get caught in the undertow every now
Yes,
and then, for
yes.
sure, right? But the key to really coming back into presence. And what I have been working with most recently is just putting my hands on my heart. And I often go down the street just with my hand on my heart because heart is where the home is, right? As soon as we put the hand in the heart, then we are brought into our physical body, right? So, um, putting, the left hand is the receiving hand, the right hand is the giving hand. So when you put the left hand in the heart, you're connecting now to receiving the heart energy, and then you are putting the right hand, just bringing that figure eight flow from the heart to the womb space. So you're actually bringing heaven to earth through the center point of your own power chakra,
Mhm.
right? To create that, and that will bring you into presence. That and a few breaths, just breathing in and out the heart will bring you into the physical body and connect you heaven to earth. So that's really
Well,
important.
I can feel the energy is already shifting more.
Yeah. And then you can actually change hands where you are putting the right hand at the heart and the left hand on the womb space. And what that does is brings, well, actually, as you change hands, you go from bringing the higher space down into the physical and the physical into the heart and merging. So you can play with
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. Nice. Thank you so much. So, before we go into
Yeah.
your activation, and if you have any questions, because today is a special day, so I see not many people are yet online, but if you have any questions for AnnRaNae, just ask it. And I have one, before we go into the activation, one last question for you. Like, if you would talk to your younger self, what would be the best tip you could give
Mhm.
her if you look back now?
Well, I would say make every moment count and to be present. Be present and make every moment count. And then also for my own inner child, because it would be to consciously complete everything that I
Mm,
started.
wow.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of unfinished things hanging out there, a lot of unfinished assignments that I haven't followed through and completed. So I think it's a part of my own challenge in this lifetime is to learn how to do that. But looking back, I would really do that.
Yeah, nice. Thank you so much for your openness and vulnerability as well. And what I really feel is that for myself, because I also have this mission to empower women and to really step into the connection with their body and their inner power. But I really feel like when you talked about this sacred space and the temples, I really feel there is a need for that for women, that we should be more coming together and really uplifting each other from a
Yeah.
place, really a sacred space, because there has been in the past. Honestly, for myself, I want to be vulnerable as well. My relationship with other women has not always been, yeah, at I would say there has been some disappointments or some misunderstandings. So, and yeah, but I feel really like, and that's also what I'm building with the Lioness Network, to that in these times, especially in building this new world, that it's even more important to empower each other, to co-create, and yeah, to really uh, activate each other. Because for me, it's all about activation, and remembering what you said, remembering the gift that is already inside of us, right?
Yeah, and
And
really this divine feminine network is so important now. And well, it always was, but it was like we were separated when the patriarchy came in and pushed aside the divine mother, right? And even we've been separated as women, and we even in the times of the ancient temples, there were the betrayals and the scenes where there were triangles and all of the ways that women were separated to see each other as competition rather than see each other as sisters and in that sacred oneness of the the divine union of the feminine, right? And how we truly can empower each other to do great things. But it is about this coming back together in what I call the sacred circle, to hold each other in that love and that embrace, and really with the highest and best good intention for each of our fulfillments of our own individual missions and the collective missions. And I'm finding right now in my own life just that sacred sisterhood of holding space for other people's mission and for their victory is so fulfilling and so powerful. And as people are holding that for me as well. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much. And Renee, so we go in the activation in a few minutes, but I see that your screen is a bit wobbly. I do hear you perfectly. So I don't know if you can still hear me, but the how do you say, the vision is a bit blurry now.
Well, the internet here isn't the best, but I'm not touching the computer, so I don't
Okay.
know. The wobble isn't coming from a movement.
No, but let's keep it that way, because it's not about the vision, indeed. It's about the voice and about the activation that will come through
And
you.
everybody can close their eyes for the activation.
Yeah, exactly. So after the activation, we will share about this 1 day seminar where we will be awakening your sun star. And this will happen. I'm just going to tell it for people who need to go already. So this will happen on the 26th of May in the House of Abundance in Belgium, in Leefdal. So you're coming to Belgium, and it's going to be amazing. But we will share more about that because we really have made an amazing offer as well for all of you. And there is also a possibility to work one-on-one with AnnRaNae. Okay, so let's do this. I'm really excited. So I let you do this, AnnRaNae.
I'm excited too, and I'm excited about coming to Belgium because it's opening up a whole new territory for ISIS, for known, and yeah, chills when you were talking about it. So I know that that is really the next alignment. Yeah.
Thank you.
So truthfully, we're just going to channel this. We're going to see what comes through, what the goddess wants. But I would invite everyone to just put hands on their hearts, put both hands on your heart as we go into this. And I would also invite you to actually close your eyes to receive it because it's not about me, it's about the energy coming through. And I'm going to actually be closing my eyes to receive it. Okay.
Thank you.
So just going into your heart space, close your eyes. One thing I will say though is that I will be projecting my essential oil blends to you. So you can keep your eyes open for a minute. I'm projecting my essential oil blends to you energetically to help you make a shift. So I'm going to show you with your eyes open how it works. So we're going to send in Kuan Yin's sweet nurturance, and this is for being held in the arms of the mother. So I will tell you, I'm sending in Kuan Yin's sweet nurturance. I will ask you to close your eyes at that point. What's going to be happening on my side is I'm going to be sending the transmission. It does come through my full body. And I ask you to breathe it in and take it into the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies, and just holding it. And you receive this transmission, which is a shift of your energy from the frequency vibration of the blend that I'm sending forth. And it raises it raises your consciousness actually as we do this. And then you just breathe it out into your field, into a sphere around you. So here we go. I'm excited.
Thank you. And
Both hands on your heart and your
let's keep the energy high because I sometimes your voice is fading. So let's make sure we keep the space so that we can really hear everything that you are sharing.
Well, I think last night on what we did, I did plug in my earphones, but I wasn't. If I don't clap, I think
No,
that you don't get the
it's
static.
not about your earplugs. It is about the connection, the internet connection, which is wobbly. It's not about the earplugs.
Okay, can you hear me better though? Yeah.
I can hear you, so it's fine now. Perfect.
Okay. Okay, so let's just place our hands on our heart. Close your eyes, go within, and just begin to blow out the first 3 breaths, anything that you're holding right now that is keeping you thinking of other things. Just blow it out and be willing to become fully present here now. And let's just place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your womb space, fully anchoring in through where you're sitting and into the heart of the earth through your feet. And now taking a breath from the infinite void and placing it behind, right at your heart, where your hand is on your heart, and holding it. And know that this is infinite potential from the void, unmanifested potential that we have access to in any moment. And now sending that down with the breath through your lower chakras and into the heart of Mother Earth. And just see yourself landing on the lap of Lady Gaia. And she puts her arms around you. She looks directly into your eyes and she says, I see you. I know you. Thank you for bringing your gifts to Earth and for being an embodiment at this time. Thank you for your service. And now, filled with her love, bring up the silver light of the Divine Mother back up through the breath to your heart, holding it there, letting it light up your physical, mental, and emotional and memory bodies like sparkling Christmas tree lights. And now open the crown, and you're going to send this silver light directly out through your crown to the heart of our physical sun. And then you land in the temple of the sun of our system. The sacred temple, Helios and Vesta, are on their thrones. They notice your arrival in the temple and they bow their heads in namaste to you, thanking you for being present on the earth at this time. And now you're surrounded by lots of beings from the solar system, and you feel this sacred belonging to those who are the awakened ones, serving as representatives of the Divine Mother on earth at this time. And so you breathe in this love and this golden light that you are receiving from this temple, and you take a big breath on that. And now you bring it in through your crown and directly to your heart, and anchoring it at your heart, this golden light, activating the physical, the mental, the emotional, and memory bodies. And now sending it through your body again, all the way down through your feet and into the heart of Lady Gaia. And breathing out, you breathe out this golden light, and it begins to merge with the silver light of the Divine Mother. And you are in this moment the conduit for bringing heaven to earth and earth to heaven. And you feel in this moment that direct alignment with who you are as this cosmic being, holding space within your physical body on the earth for the evolution of Mother Earth and her ascension in the light, and the evolution and the ascension of all the evolutions of Earth. And now you bring that memory back up to your heart, bringing both gold and silver lights together in your heart. And you see the threefold flame of power, wisdom, and love growing bigger within your heart. As you breathe in and out this gold and silver light a few times, 3 times, breathe it in and out. A full breath, and with each breath, you are expanding now your heart chakra, the tube torus field around your heart, and the gold and silver emanation that you carry as that connection between heaven and earth through your physical body on planet Earth. And now just going into feeling now your heart and your heart pulsing. It's pulsing now with the pulse of Mother Earth's heart, the pink lotus in the center of the earth, pulsing out emanations of light, of love, of unconditional love to all of Earth's evolutions. And now you are also a representative of Mother Earth, pulsing out her heartbeat out into all of creation. And now Lady Gaia wants to place within your heart a replica of the earth. She's placing it now in the secret chamber of your heart. In the center of this image of the earth is your threefold flame of life, power, wisdom, and love, totally connecting you to your I am presence, to your divinity, through the crystal cord. The energy that comes down from your I am presence, your higher self, is keeping your heart beating. And now, with this thought form of the earth around your threefold flame, you and the light coming from your I am presence is also keeping the heart of the earth and her evolutions beating in that divine sacred oneness with Lady Gaia, and coming into that consciousness of the importance of your being on earth at this time, of your holding this flame, and of you bringing your gifts down through your I am presence, through the crystal cord, through your light bodies, through all of your light bodies into the heart of the earth, and through the tube of light, which carries the frequencies of who you really are as a cosmic being, through all the suns and into the heart of Mother Earth. And now at this point, you have this remembering that your purpose is to anchor the light on the earth, the light of your own I am presence, and through that connection to Mother Earth, and through your heart connection, that you are the nourishment. You are the light of the world. Your I am presence is lighting the world in every moment. And this is the truth of who you really are. And now just repeat after me. I am the light of the world. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. My presence here on earth is essential at this moment at time, for this is my contract, my offering, and my gift to the Divine Mother. I embody the fullness of who I am. And I am that I am. Here, now, and forever. Amen. I remember. I remember. I remember.
Wow.
Mm. Slowly coming back into your body. Just breathing now this energy that's pulsing all around you, out into your field, into your world, and know that each time you remember this moment of remembering, it anchors again um, in a new way through your body, through your consciousness, and through really
Wow,
the heart
thank
of
you so
Mother Earth.
much, AnnRaNae, and I feel my heart is
Yeah.
so much more open, and it's also interesting because I have two black cats, Isis and Sirius. So Sirius was like meowing
Yeah.
like, "Arr!" So they can really feel the energy. And what is also interesting is the moment you started activation,
Yeah,
the
they do feel
internet
the
was
energy.
back on full. So I asked for the space to really hold the space so that everybody
Okay.
could understand you. So it's so nice. So, AnnRaNae, thank you so much,
Beautiful.
and also for the people who are listening right
Yeah.
now. So let us know how did you what happened. Share your experience with this activation, and this is just a few minutes that we did together. I'm not sure about the time right now, but time is not doesn't exist in the quantum field. But imagine that you spend one day together with AnnRaNae and me
Yeah.
in a high vibrational place in Belgium because I'm living in the House of Abundance at the number 369, which is the code of the universe. So, yeah, it's just an amazing, powerful place here as well, where I live
Yeah.
with connections to portals to other dimensions.
Yeah.
Also, there is a gateway to the Lion's Gate. So you will see AnnRaNae when you come to my home. It will be total magical.
Yeah.
So we have an amazing offer for you because AnnRaNae will be doing like a full day activation in what she calls your Sun Star Awakening. So this takes place on the 26th of May. So I would say cancel all your appointments. And I just put a link in there. This can you explain just
Yeah.
a little bit more about what people can expect from this day, because you've been doing it as well in Italy and in other countries. So what can they expect?
Yes. Activation. And the original activations were the activation of the crown and the third eye for remembering who you are and what you've come to do. And now this, through the evolution of the consciousness of people on the earth, we are ready to understand our true cosmic um, connection, that we are not only star seeds seeding the earth from the stars, but we are in fact a star somewhere in cosmos, embodying an entire solar system with our own I am presence. So this is takes a quantum leap in terms of our remembering of who we are and our greatness. And it's said that if we knew how great we were, we couldn't even contain it. And this is the activation for beginning to remember, like, that who we are in this physical body is only less than 1% of who we are as our sun star presence, as a physical sun star somewhere in cosmos. So this is the activation. It's a quantum leap in consciousness from where we are right now to remembering our
Wow,
greatness
wow,
truly.
wow, that really
Mhm.
sounds amazing. And so can everybody join?
Yeah,
Also people who have
yeah,
I don't know, a bit less experience with your work, and is will it work for everybody?
absolutely. Absolutely. It works for everybody. Everybody comes in, and, I do invocations to bring in all the masters and the angels, beloved Isis, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Magdalene. That is the lineage that I come through and that I represent. And so from the very beginning, it's a magical ceremony. Everybody wears white. You bring a flower and a fruit to the altar. It's very high ceremony, and the masters and Isis and Mother Mary are working with you the entire time. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if you're called in your
Yeah, wow.
heart, you're ready for this activation. So
Yes,
just say
that's
yes and
amazing.
come be with
And
us.
I'm so
Yes.
looking.
Yeah. Just say yes. It just takes the willingness to say yes and to take the next step and to know that Mother Isis, Goddess Isis, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Magdalene, the Divine Mother in all of her forms, is calling you to this awakening to who you really are and your next step on your path. And this is what it's about. And I want to say one more thing is that each of us have 144 aspects of who we are. So our I am presence has 144 aspects, 12 in each of 12 dimensions. So this activation is also to help you begin to remember. I mean, you might be a unicorn in another dimension, you might be a flower fairy, you might be a commander on a spaceship. We don't know. But as we begin to open up to the possibilities, then we do receive those
Wow, wow.
rememberings.
Yeah, I can feel when you're
Yeah,
sharing this, I can feel so much excitement
yeah, it's
and so much magic.
yeah,
Actually, I also work with magic, and I
it's
I
very
really feel like
exciting.
we are magicians, and it's just about remembering, and it's about,
Yeah,
for me, it's also about holding the vibration. So, oh, I'm
it's
so
totally
looking
about
forward to
remembering.
this, and so we decided
Yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
And
excited.
so if you
Woo!
feel like you want to come, because I know some people will come from Holland, you can also come the day before. And what is also special, because you so this is a unique opportunity, because you're coming straight to Belgium. We also have the possibility, if people
Yeah.
feel like, oh, I really want to have a one-on-one session
Mhm.
with AnnRaNae, that is also possible. Then you just send an email to her, and she also made a special offer. So
Yeah.
then you can, for example, come the day before or the day after, and then you can. I know the day after you're leaving to the US, right? So you have to do it the day before. Um,
Mm.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but
So you
this
got to
is
come before.
amazing. So I'm just gonna share the link for the event one more time. So everything is included except for the lunch.
Mhm.
So because then, I mean,
Mm.
we tuned in about pricing as well, and I think this price what we decided is really affordable for everybody, and especially it is the value that you will get during this day is so much more than what we ask. So I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
meeting you as well here in Belgium. So you're coming already a few days ahead. And so, Anne Renee, I really want to thank you for this
Yeah.
amazing heart and soul
Yeah.
power talk, for sharing your wisdom, and also the beautiful activation. And of course, I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
meet you in real life very soon. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
of
just one
course.
more thing. I just pulled three cards from the Wisdom of
Ah,
Avalon deck that I work with. The first one was the Joy card,
oh,
right?
wow.
The second one was the trust. So you are being called, trust that you know that you need to be there. And the letting go. So letting go of all resistance, because this will truly change your life and change your consciousness when you
Wow.
receive
Wow.
this activation.
That's the
And that's
truth.
the truth.
And you see how amazing this
Mhm.
works.
That's the truth.
So thank you so much. And yeah, Yeah,
Yeah.
we will meet each other soon.
Mm.
Bye.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
welcome.
totally excited.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Yeah.